Good day, everyone, and welcome to the first episode of SOTA, Stories of the Apocalypse. Now, we have created this particular type of series due to the fact that I have a very specific challenge in mind. And I'm not going to lie, I've had about 5 attempts at this challenge, and most of them have ended pretty poorly. But I've enjoyed the stories that have happened from it. So, Stories of the Apocalypse is basically my attempt at insane sprinters in Project Zomboid Build 42. Now, we open here with Danny Mcdonough, who is a bit of a fitness guy. He lives with his parents, and we're gonna craft the story as we go. You'll see me talk and ramble about this. Obviously, this is after the fact me. And this is his story. This is what happened to Danny Mcdonough. Now, I will be doing more of these. Some of these may last a day. Some of these may last 2 days. Some of these could last months. And that will be the true story of the apocalypse whenever we eventually get there. And I stop making stupid mistakes. But here is Danny Mcdonough. If you like, please like. If you like enough to see it again, please subscribe. This is how many people who watch these videos are not subscribed. I don't know. I feel like that works for a lot of people. I don't know. Anyway, please enjoy the video. All right, everyone. Welcome to our new Project Zomboid series. Let's stop the grunting there, Danny. So I've had a little look around the house. Something I want to do to kind of change things up a little bit here. I want to make a story. This is the story of Danny Mcdonough. Now, Danny here is an up-and-coming sportsman. He's very young, but everything he does at the moment is about speed. He's very fit, does a lot of running, sometimes drives a bit faster than he should. But he doesn't do great with injuries and illnesses. But, just like the photo here, he wants to become, well, he wanted to become a world kind of renowned boxer. So, let me show you guys around Danny's home, or should I say his parents' home. So, obviously, this is his room. Obviously, got a little box and stuff here. He's left a letter here on his desk, letting his family know that if they were to come back here, he's running low on food and he can't just sit and watch the news anymore. He wants to see what's going on out there. He's already dealt with one, which I'll be honest, that was there when I loaded in. But we'll say Danny dealt with a zombie that was coming up to one of his family pets, and it was one of them where I think the best thing that they could have done was let the dog go. And who knows where it is at this point. But he's left a note, and he's left his earphones that he loves so dearly next to it, feeling like it would be a definitive way of knowing that it was, them. That it was him. We'll take his diary where he logs his various what would we say, like his workout routines and things like that. This is his workout journal, which is still important. We'll take this. We'll know that that's someone he knows. I like the idea of creating a story here. So, this is the thing, like when you walk around the house, especially the house you start in, you learn a lot. Is his eyesight great? He's got prescription sunglasses. Who knows? We'll leave them there, though, I think. But we've got the letter, spare pillow, got some jeans, some socks, 2 sheets, which we'll take and, tie off one of them into a bag. Wear that. into his parents' room. Was it just one parent? Two parents? Let's see. Then we got a mom. That could be dad. Also a tank top wearer. Got a gun. Bit safe to say it could be dad then. Let's load it. Doubt I'm going to be using that with these settings. Anyway, so you know, let's keep telling the story, and then I'll actually talk a bit about this run. We got some normal magazines, VHSs, that sort of thing, and this here on the table is the letter from his parents saying that they'd be back soon. But that was a couple days ago. Maybe we take it on to try and find them. You never know. Obviously, we've got July 30th. I can't remember what the date is that it starts off, but I mean, what's this? This is from... Actually, I think we've started on July 9th. I swear it's July 9th. I swear that's when the game starts. But even if not, and we just take this at face value of maybe this being the day his parents left a couple days ago. I mean, that's a chilling sight, isn't it, if you saw that in the paper. But he's looked at this too many times. We're going to take the very last bits of cereal, peanut butter, an orange. And he's not one to cook, but he does like his fruits and veg. Now, let's go into the world. So this, obviously, we're doing a fresh new run since old Bridget London's journey was cut short. Now, I've changed it up, obviously. It's not the 28 minutes later challenge. It is far, far worse. For the better. A house for sale. Danny always did think about moving out. But his parents wanted help around the land. I mean, is this a farm? Guess not. But, you know, he always had a reason to stay. But this is not 28 minutes later. It is much worse. The 28 minutes later challenge, I think, had a very low population. We are doing insane population. And yes, they're all sprinters. Let's get this watch. Right, so we know the time. We should, I assume, have a key to the shed, but I think Dad took that with him by the looks of it. Or they just haven't left it in the house. Got a generator. That's cool. Quite a lot of stuff here. Way more than what we can take with us, so we're going to need to prioritize. So we've got... That's really useful. We've got quite a lot of gardening stuff. Don't know if any of this needs really taking as of right now. A wooden rod, I guess, will work better than anything else. Yeah. But yeah, so we are doing, obviously, yeah, we're doing a backpack sprayer. We could fill this with water. Yeah. So we are doing insane population. However, I really want to essentially create a story as we're going. So if we, just for an example, obviously we've just got this like initial backstory for old Danny here. Yeah, we got our initial backstory for Danny, but I kind of also want to expand that into the world itself. So if we go into someone else's house, you know, let's say we go up to here, we kill a zombie, and it says Justin Bieber, we would then put the Biebers, and like we'd actually like annotate the map to sort of tell the story of Danny and everything that he essentially has gone through. Like, that's the main part with this. So anyway, whole map is known just because it makes makes it easier to do the kind of annotations. I can't remember what's up here. We might have to check that out. But yeah, Danny and his family live on the outskirts of Rosewood. Obviously, we are on build 42, so it's all new makeover. Everything looks all nice and nice. His parents, just to give us the excuse to travel, I think, went to either Brandenburg, Riverside, West Point, or even into Louisville itself. And, you know, this is the thing, like, I think the best part about trying to do, like, a story-motivated run is I want to kind of open it up to audience participation. So, if you guys want to, I don't know, like, almost tell your own stories in the comments that could tie to Danny, we'll annotate the map with it, and you know, it'll give us reason to go places. It'll give us like almost like these like little side quests. So I'll give you an example. I mean, once we've got a pen, it'll actually be much easier. But we could say like we have a photograph of a young couple in our bedroom. So Danny had or has a partner or a girlfriend or something like that. If someone in the comments was like, oh, you know what, yeah, let's say that Danny's girlfriend lives like on the outskirts of Brandenburg, and then I'll just annotate like a random place out here. Or if you say like in central Brandenburg, I'll literally just put a marker here, and it'll be like, if we're in this area, it's like he'd want to check if they're okay. And the best thing about Zomboid is that, you know, you go into that house, and if we find a female, or even, I guess male, it says couple, it doesn't specify. If we found a zombie with a name on it, we could say, oh, this zombie is his partner. That's the other thing. The meta events are also key to building this world up. So yeah, anything that you guys want that you think could expand the world, give us that kind of like almost like a little bit of like a role play situation. We're mixing Project Zomboid with a sprinkle of tabletop RPG role play type thing, which I just think adds a bit more stakes to it. I feel like I can get very reckless, but if I start to get attached to this character and his story, I will be far more careful than I typically am when I play this game. But you got piggies. Oh, it's a baby piggy! Well, we got pigs and chickens here. That probably belongs to this farmer here. Off Angel Road. We'll go left, though, because there's quite a lot of Zeds here. And, you know, one thing we've always got to remember is that it is 1993, which means there isn't really much in the way of, oh, look at the rabbits. Little baby rabbit. Little baby cottontail. There isn't much in the way of, you know, connectivity and like internet and, you know, all that sort of stuff. I mean, the internet exists, but I think showing my own age. I mean, this is a game that's set way before I was born, so yeah. There's a chance that he would know his neighbors, so I think that is the first port of call. Really, is we need to check on our neighbors. See if anyone's alive. See if anyone's seen his parents. I mean, that the idea of this, you know, we've got our last name here. The chance of finding someone with the same last name on an ID card could, you know, be low, but not zero. There's actually quite a lot more here than I want to deal with. Again, this goes back to the I want to be careful. Down top, stay on top, stay on top. Yeah. I don't know how good a wooden rod does for durability. You know, I ain't gonna lie. In this exact moment, I'm remembering a couple mods that I think might be updated to build 42 right now that I might quickly go grab. I really want the durability one. Should we get some quality of lives? Yeah, you know, I'm going to quickly get some quality of life. So, I wanted to have a little thing. Ooh. I assume I've edited in... at this point, I'll edit in a screenshot of the mods. It's not a lot, but let's quickly get on back to the house just so we can organise this, because I don't think I want everything. Yeah, we'll mess with that in a sec. What I'll probably do, I'll get back to the house, we'll sort this out, I'll put this somewhere. I really want to have like a what day we're on, so I'll try and keep count of that as well. So remind me, I'll probably leave a spot down here in the bottom right that says day 1. Because, you know, it's good to know what day we're on. Alright, let's just do a nice jog. There's not really any zombies around. Oh, there's one by the house. Hello? We'll just do it in the shed here. Alright. Alright, we'll go with that for now. I've actually made it so it'll hide the moodles, and instead we just have this up all the time. I think I like that. I want to have a look at this thing. Damn. That is so cool. We'll put that on the table. Yeah, so a little, obviously I've shown you the mods themselves. A quick rundown of the ones that, you know, we can actually see. So equipped stuff is actually hidden in a separate thing now, so it'll make our actual main inventory a little bit cleaner. I just figured it'd make sense to have that there. We have obviously this new Moodle tracker kind of thing, just to keep an eye on everything. It shows us like how quick or slow things are dropping and that sort of thing, which is nice. Our endurance, which obviously starts running, yeah, it comes down. So we've got that. We've got the condition now showing, which I will actually attach this to my back so I can see it there. Yeah, there was a lot more here, but I feel like this is the main stuff that we need. If other things pop up, we can keep an eye on it. Because, you know, things like, say, like, there was one for fever and infection, but I figured if we have an infection, our sickness bar will probably go up, plus our health will start going down, so I can always check stuff over. And yeah, there was some things with, like, snow. We've made ladders climbable. There was something else. HUD cleanup, context menu cleanup. We've got, yeah, vehicle snow, item arrangement and condition stuff, inventory, ladders, and we did get vanilla outfits expanded. I don't know if that will work on spawning zombies anywhere nearby. That'll be for more further away ones. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with 2 more up there. That is far too many that I don't want to deal with. We have a little rabbit coming towards us. Look at that little guy. Aww. I love seeing the animals in this. It's so cool. Anyway, we need to start surviving. So this is a no-go zone. We could head towards the main road of Hamshank. Love that name. Also got Angel Road. We could head down to these bigger buildings, I'd say. Or we go this way and towards Rosewood. We do not want to be going into Rosewood with insane population. The prison would be a lovely shout, but I think we're going to go out of here, check this building, go down, 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 maybe to these ones here, because, I mean, this all classes as restaurants and entertainment, but we have got a hospitality and a retail one, and the retail one's the main one I'm looking at. Also, it is the 9th, so I don't know why we had a newspaper dated from the 13th. I guess in my sandbox settings they changed it. I think it actually starts on the 22nd. Oh, I don't know. I can't remember. I always play sandbox settings, so I'm never using the normal start date. Because I always like to mix things up. Alright. We have got a flayed ass corpse. A barn with more than I want to deal with. Most buildings are going to have more zombies than what I want to deal with, but we're going to have to find a way. I think this one's not too bad. Also, obviously, unlike the 28 minutes later challenge, zombie respawn is turned off, so we can essentially clear out of town if we are able, but that's a feat in itself. All right. Let's approach you, because you're going to use the fence. Fences like that are our best friend in this game. What we got in here? Tools. Bottle's good. I like that if I drag it over to the equip thing, it just equips. I think I hear one. Fucking Christ. Oh my god, they got like a bunker down here. Whoa. Okay. Already, this has potential as an initial... Can I can't put corpses in bins, can I? Look around. I want to be extra safe if I'm dragging a body. And I know you're probably thinking, you don't need to drag the body out of there. You're being silly. No. This bunker might be the base for us. The only big problem I'm seeing straight off rip right now is we have one way in, one way out. So if I come upstairs and there is a zombie banging on this door, not good for us. But this has potential. Especially while power and stuff's still on. Got a literal kitchen here. Water. Unfortunately, this is cleared out. About over here. Some stuff. Autumn Mooney. There you go. We found the Moonies. The Moonies were well more prepared than us lot. So, the question is, did it help? Looks like old Autumn Mooney was turned in the bunker. How's the front looking? Front's looking fine. Another fellow Mooney, maybe. Kevin Coburn. Yeah, but anyway, like, I like the idea of, yeah, essentially, like, building a bit of a story as we're going, so... There we go, we got our writing utensils. I mean, here we go, we got a photo album, like... So, and, you know, I know it's, like... You might think, oh, like, you're wasting time, or it's silly. Like, nah, I just disagree, like... So we've got a bunker with some woman zombie we killed. ID card says Autumn-Mooney. We've got Kevin Coburn inside the house. There's a ceremony. Kids, a motorcycle. Maybe Kevin's motorcycle. A letter. And something I was going to experiment with, which I'd fully want like feedback with, because I know it can be a bit of a touchy thing. When it comes to like these letters, I was thinking of just getting like a prompt come up of something that I probably would just randomly generate something of, like, if I just type in like, write a letter, I'm playing Project Zomboid, write a letter between this person and this person just before the apocalypse happens, and just let it go. Like, if I say just write a letter, because some will say funny letter, friendly letter, and I think that could just add a nice little bit of flavor to the world. It's also something that I can just write myself if people would prefer that. But as of right now, I think Danny is not in the mood for reading letters or looking at too many photos, because he needs to get stuff going. Ricky Irvin. That's another person. Did he live here? Was it a friend? Is it stolen? So many options. Let's rip one of these sheets. Sewing kit's actually elite. Let's grab all that. Buckle I might not need, but keep for the time being. Some more. See, the thing is like, this house is also kind of just great, but a lot of, obviously, windows, but it has a lot of exits. I mean, I assume these new windows open the same. Yeah. They've just got frames around them now. We have a lot more exits here, but I mean, living in a bunker sounds great. And I ain't gonna lie, if it was me, I think I'd be putting myself in one of these. Especially while there's still power. So, let us head down into here. We're gonna take stock of the situation. Get some water. Look at that house for sale. It's a joke. Maybe that's the funny thing, is that he was looking at moving out for so long that he was even receiving stuff like this and thinking, maybe. $6,000 is very cheap. It's derelict, but the potential is boundless. And that's the thing, we'll try and keep it up to date. It was this one, wasn't it? Schoolhouse Road? Hang on. It is Rosewood. Just on the edge. That's the school. So there's the school. Oh, it's got the old layout. Alright, maybe we won't do that then. Because look at that. Newly married couple kissing. Just makes you think, doesn't it? Like, when you sit and look at all this sort of stuff, it really gets you thinking of, like, the way that this game can just tell a story if you want it to. Wow. But yeah, we are gonna take stock of the situation. Let us fill out this map. Make a bit of a game plan. Maybe I'll put some hidden tidbits on here to fill out Danny's story. I might even just time-lapse this so you can see what I'm doing as I do it. So we'll go boom, boom. Mum and Dad's. I think I got an ID card for this one, but I cannot remember their name. This one. The Moonies. The bunker. Yeah. I think already this tells us so much. But maybe we should put... You know what? I'll put Danny's partner in. We have that photo. Do we still have it on us? Photograph of a young couple. That is clearly Danny and his girl who lived in West Point. And I think we're going to go with... there. There we go. Is she okay? So I don't want to put a name in because I like the idea that if we find a female zombie and it has an ID card, we can just fill in the gaps there. But also I should have put the Moonies. Just so I know, like, Moonies isn't the name of the place, it's the people that lived here. So the Moonies, they have a thing, mom and dad's. Can't remember what was up here, but there was too many to deal with. I should have got the extra map symbols, actually. Or like the one that lets you draw. But yeah, we'll go with that for now. Now, we can always come back to this place for safety. I think I don't want to do like absolute organization because I don't think this will be our main base. But I am going to basically empty my entire backpack into there. Keep his diary on him. I like the idea of this because I might do something fun with this at some point. Anything else to keep on us? The rags. 2 in. Put that glass bottle in and just have a liter one with us. The gun I don't need. You know, actually, no, we'll leave the diary. I think this is where we take a bit of a priority. We'll keep the photograph. All right. We need to make progress. So let's try and head down the road and see what's there. We've still got daylight. And I'll tell you this much. If you enjoyed, obviously, the last kind of mini-series, which I was hoping would have been a longer series, but, you know, death happens when you're playing a game like this. If you really enjoyed that, this one's going to be way crazier. I mean, it is going to literally be complete stealth runs and, like, trying to be as tactic as possible. Having to actually use the alt sprint, which is this one here. Having to use that if we get too many coming towards us, we will need to literally run for our lives. But yeah. So far, we're just heading down the road. We were gonna go and check this area here. Foraging's going to be a key thing into what we're doing as well, because we're not always going to be able to guarantee getting into places. We've got 4 that I can see right now, which if we do one at a time, it should be easy enough. Can you see me? Come on. There we go. If 2 come at you, like, it's doable. 3, if all 3... you're risking a dangerous game there. Alright, got a few more, but Even if we have to take this so slow that we don't get in, and we just clear out a few and then head back for the night, so be it. I also want to... So I want to be able to have my skills somewhere ready for when I want to check those over. Yeah, let's move my skills over here, because I want to have my day counter in the bottom right. Come on. Yeah. Alright. Yeah. And that's why 2 is okay. Not always. It can be. I want to try and take digital watches, because I want to be able to get some electronic skill up. I really want this to be a potentially long-running thing, so I am going to start thinking about, straight off the bat, skills and things like that. Weapon is not looking good, though. There we go. One's coming round. Alright. Broken stick. Alright, let's head back. We do not have a weapon right now, so no point. Let's also do some foraging on the way back. Also, I'd really love to know kind of the level of... the level of editing you guys would like to see. I'm going to try and do my gold standard. The problem, obviously, with doing all this very new is, like, what I would like to watch and what other people would like to watch could be different things. My gold standard is to basically treat it as if this was a Project Zomboid playthrough I was watching myself, and I watched loads of them. So for me, this walking back, that sort of thing, like, if I run out of things to say, I'd probably start time-lapsing, because I haven't been doing this long enough that I can yap and yap and yap, but I can do pretty decent at it. But if you guys like the I was about to say the tenacity? No, like the tense nature. The tenseness? I wonder what that word would be. If you like the idea of it being tense, and we sit in these moments sometimes of silence, walking through fields, foraging, then let me know. Otherwise, I'll jump cut it, like this. Oh, but wait. Barely a jump cut, because we got our first level and a lamb skull. Okay, no. So when I say I would jump cut it, I actually meant like this. Alright. Oh, missed something. Millipede. Ugh. I ain't fishing. I don't see the point of picking up insects if I'm not fishing. So yeah, if you prefer that sort of jump cut, let me know. If you prefer the long nature of it, let me know. Obviously, the less editing I have to do, the quicker I can get these out. But, you know, I'm always going to try and aim for the same sort of length episodes each time, which I always like to be kind of like an hour long, because that is how long I would like to watch Project Zomboid content for myself, typically. Let's get all this stuff moved. Let's just shovel this in this one. So this is all the stuff we foraged. Clay, can we do anything with this yet? We can sculpt pipe segments, plates. Mug bowls. It's unfired, so we need to fire it, which I ain't doing anything like that yet. What have we actually got here? So some foot wraps. Hand wraps. Can sharpen blades. Weave a cheesecloth. You know what, let's do some hand wraps. Got some tailoring XP there. Rag hand wraps. Oh yeah, look at that. We're already looking great, by the way, I might say. Oh, I really thought the water had gone off already then. Water can go off at any point, I think, so... There we go. But look at us. In fact, as silly as it is, I'm going to rip these other sheets because I kind of want to make more wrappage things. Give us the foot wraps. The head wrap. Also the bandana. I think I'll probably go for the bandana over the head wrap. I want to see what this looks like. Foot wraps replaces... Oh, the sneakers. Okay, no. So we won't be wearing those. Reveal face. That's kind of cool. That's pretty neat. I like that. Cover face. You know, I like that as well. The bandana one. Got that way. Untied on head. Or tied on head. Oh, we got a proper Metal Gear Solid thing there. I actually think the revealed face like that keep the sun off our head a little bit. I think that's actually quite useful. I also would like a shirt. Let's rip this breast. I don't think I have any. Don't have any shirts though. Alright, but 9 PM, rest is a bit low. Food, I could do with that eating a little bit. This also just means I have a bit more of an accurate reading of like how fulfilling something is. So if I eat half a bag of crisps, that's like 8%. So now I know like that gives me like 16. Yeah, that's good. I like this. Have we got a book we can read into the night? We got stuff there. Any task books? Or what do you call them? Recipe books. I swear there was one somewhere. Cooking. It's better than nothing. Alright. But yeah, well, while we're doing a bit of reading, I'll read till like probably midnight. I hope you all enjoyed this first day. We will go through into the second day. Don't worry, I'm not going to just end the episode here. But I hope we're enjoying it so far. The slow burn is going to be real, obviously, with the fact that we are doing insane population sprinters. But I hope that kind of makes it more interesting in a manner. We are going to be looking into things like foraging. We're going to be doing like spears, and we might even just decide this is too much in the sense of I can't live in a city and I just have to get a car and a tent and build a wall and make our own little camp out in the forest, and we start forging stuff. I don't know, like there's so much opportunity. Now, with Danny, if you guys don't remember, he is a bit of a fitness guy. He wanted to be a professional boxer. That's why he's got 5 levels in strength already. He's got quite a bit of fitness. 5 levels in strength is not good enough. So every night we are going to try and do some I want to say sexercise, not sexercise, exercise. Now, This will affect my speed. This will affect my combat. Sit-ups is clumsiness. Burpees is both. I think we're going to have to play it safe. We'll just do 30 minutes of sit-ups before bed. Look at that, the endurance is plummeted. But then we'll get some sleep. That shouldn't really affect us massively when it comes to strain or anything like that. So it'll be a very slow burn there as well. The name of this series should just be called, like, you know, Danny Mcdonough's slow burn through the apocalypse. Can I put his ID card up as well? Yeah, there we go. So just rags in a bottle. We need a weapon. Our rod broke. We do have a chisel. Yeah, we'll probably do the cleaver out of anything. Was there any pipes up above? Not really. No, I guess, alright, so cleaver it is.
Hey!
Come on. There we go. I wanted to get your attention. How's the old sharpness on? I don't think we sharpen these, actually. Let me try that. I can't remember if we have to sharpen these. And again, like, the funny thing is, with this being sprinters, there could be a lot of this, like, backtracking stuff, because at the end of the day, I don't want to be making, if it can be helped, a single mistake, because a single mistake can essentially end your run. Sharpen blades. There we go. It's that one, though. Oh, this one's full on sharpness. Well, we got backup cleaver. You know, it might even be worth taking the whetstone with us. Right. Guess we're doing butcher style. Alright, we have the barn up there, but I'm going to go down to this petrol station again. There is going to always constantly be this kind of way up now, though, of like, do I run there? Do I forage on the way there? I mean, I probably shouldn't run because it's going to mess up my endurance. Ooh, large branch. I could probably do stuff with that. Oh, look. I think we should walk there while foraging. We'll do combat, and then once we start getting a little tired, we'll probably head back. Obviously, our main focus right now, we need a car, ideally. So a car, we need gas, we need food, water. We're kind of set for a while. We've got like 20 bottles of water. We can find a water dispenser machine, even better. Food is gonna always be nice. Hey, a bandage. I should keep the thing open. Yeah, I'll try and keep this open when we're doing it, so I can just keep an eye on, like, this is managed forestry / road. A broken branch. Does it change if I'm on just road? Oh yeah, stones. Other. I love the artwork for these little bits. They just look so nice. Like this one here, if they had like a little zombie on this road, like that'd make a cool like phone wallpaper. But yeah, forestry I think is the big one that I want to make sure we're doing. Obviously, some of these mushrooms and stuff could be poisonous. I have no idea. Some of them are stale. But I'm just picking them up more so as like a, if we get absolutely desperate, we can cook some unknown mushrooms. probably won't get to that though. I think crouching gives a 10% bonus. Oh, a log. That's cool. In fact, the log I will pick up in my inventory, and then I will place in the road. Alright. So, we are very well rested. We have a good amount of food. We've got 1, 2... These two down here shouldn't pose a threat. These ones up here... Or maybe. Yeah. Sometimes if there's like a mini jump cut like that, it's probably because I've had to pause for something, so do just ignore them if needs be, but... Whoop! Whoop! Come on! Oh! Let's finish that one off. Then go that one. Ted Borden. Hodge was the other one. I didn't actually read the first name. I wish it... Another little thing, I don't know if there's a mod for this one. If I'm aiming and my mouse goes to here, it should hide the ceiling or put one of those like circle filters around it. Because I don't know if there's like 5 zombies up against this wall over here. And that is one thing that has done me in the past. We've got a key. I don't know what for. I mean, this is like a motel. Oh, we got a car. Right, now that bit's out of sight, I'll come round to this zombie. This one's probably going to run round. Oh, you're on the fence. Interesting. Also, I want to keep the whetstone on me. How's the... I don't know. Sharpness is fine. So is this a... apartments or is it a hotel? Let me have a quick look at here. Paper. I think this is the apartment for the person who lives here. Then you've got the cleaning cupboards. Which... Ooh! Glad I came in here. Take a box of nails. Always good to have at least 1 box of nails on you. And that... Oh! Car key! That is big. Hello. Hello. Yeah, so this is like a motel. Oh yeah. The motel. Or the Fields. The Fields Motel. Let's annotate that real quick. Motel. We have a car key, but it's not for this car, which means it's probably around the other side. That one, maybe? Is there businesses on the back end of this, or is it more rooms? Alright, this is the one we got a car key for. Okay. What's around here looking like? Okay. Not less okay. Alright, let's have a look. You got white tires. Is oh, like, is me putting that snow mod on? Just put it on all of them, not when it's not snowing. No gas. Yeah, guys, have you heard of that 1993 July like Muldrow hype where everyone had white rims? Not rims, white tires. Let's have a quick look in here. Nope. I'm gonna go around the back of the other car. This other car looks good condition, to be fair. Oh, I love that. The way the Panic jumped. Like an actual jump scare for him. Being a risky boy. You in? Alright. So this is a motel. We have a gas station there. Oh, it is busy though. It is kind of one of them where you kind of want to just keep almost leapfrogging your base. Unless you want to do like long runs back and forth, but to be fair, our rest and endurance is actually doing really well. Come on. Come on. I should probably check the hotel rooms for the car key. Boots empty. Or if you have the car key. No. Let's have a quick look. Hotel key. Nothing in there. It's nothing at all. Nothing at all. Okay. Ooh. Something to note is if you're ever wondering, like, hey, have you seen this before? Is it new? You'll know if it's new because I start getting really quiet because I'm taking it all in. I don't think I've ever been in this motel before. Well, everyone's got a phone book and a Bible. What if I can make armor out of the phone books? You duct tape them around your arms, you're not getting bit. At least on the arms. We've got some slightly different stuff there. No. I assume they have like two types of motel rooms. One's that someone's in and one that someone isn't. Because these two are being empty in most of them, but some of them have like ID cards and clothes in. So it looks like it's giving off that sort of look that all these were not checked into. think I closed that door behind me. I saw ya. There we go. Y'all got any car keys? Nope. Got one in your drawer? Nope. That's like a little kitchen. What we got in here? Paper stuff, computer. Any other car keys at all? Nope. Whoa! I thought the banging was coming from that door. You know, I'm just gonna back away. Yeah, alright. We made progress though. Like that stretch of road now between our bunker and here is pretty much safe. You know, we've killed 32 zombies? 37? By day 2? That's not bad, eh? We're making good progress. Whew. I think I kind of want each episode to be... It'll be 1 to 2 sort of days. I think with this being the first episode, I always want to play longer than I usually do. So... But I also, at the same time, want to get it out today. Today being Saturday, so... I think what we'll do is we will head back, unpack our small amount of stuff. We'll see what this large branch could be crafted into. See if we can file it down into like a nice baseball bat or something. And yeah, we'll rest up and yeah, we are potentially getting some nice sprinting, well, running skill just by doing this nice run back. Foraging's already almost level 2, which is nice as well. But yeah, I'll have a quick run through this house again, just to see if I missed anything that we want to take down. I don't think I did. Anything really that has a use. Any electronics, I'll just keep a hold of. Fishing 3, I know I'm not going to need for a while, but... book's a book. Light bulb, just in case. Toothbrush, nah. Box of garbage bags, good. Extra thread. We got a beef patty, which is fresh and cooked. It didn't even say it was stale. Tortilla. We can create a burrito with that. We'll take all of this. All of this. You know what? We should take this fridge down. Shouldn't we? Let's take all this cooking stuff. Take the remotes for electronic-y things. Brochures, I always like to annotate, even though we do have the full map uncovered. We can do tailoring things with the clothes. Let's drop these handbags on the floor, see if there's anything in them. Wait, what's this wallet? Oh, speeding ticket. Naughty, naughty. Alright, let's run all this down. I might move that body just out of the way. We've got a nice little spiffer on our backpack. We've got all this storage down here, so I don't think that's an issue. Let me just drop absolutely everything. There we go. And then we're going to go get that fridge. We will move the corpse. No one wants a body on their front door step, really, do they? Like, just around the corner. There you go, it's a good set. And then let's pick you up, get you down into the bunker. Oh, did not mean to do that. Muscle strain. Lovely. Alright. I'm going to do a quick jump cut as we organise. So, see you in a sec. Might even actually do a time lapse. Yeah, well, you know, we'll do time lapse it. We'll time lapse it. Nice little speed up. Coffee break. Back to the time lapse. I just want to highlight in this little pause bit that one of the mods has it so if I hold shift and put stuff down, it puts it like this, where it's all neatly organized, and I absolutely fell in love with it as soon as that happened. Anyway, back to it. Alright, and lastly, the gun in the gun cabinet. There we go. So we've got a bit of a organization situation going on, so I'll quickly run you through it. So over here, we have a lot of crafting sort of materials. Next to it, we have the crafting kind of tools. In the corner, we've got nothing yet. In here, we've got cooking and food stuff. In here, we've got our actual food itself. In here, we've got our fridge, freezer, perishable stuff. We've got all our water bottles here on the floor, which I think they are all full. I'll double check. Yeah. So we got like 21 liters there. Gun cabinet for gun. These threads are on our tailoring stuff. Then we have an electronics one. And then down at the end here, we've got all our clothing. So we got plenty of room for expansion. So, what can I make with a large branch? Fix it with stuff. Saw it into one plank. I could carve it into a bat. I actually can do if I had carving level 9. Ooh, that is mad. All right. Garden fork head weapon. Make nail spike bat. Rail spike cudgel. Sword blades. Yeah. There's stuff that can be done with it. So with that in mind, I'll pop it in here. And yeah, we are groovy. I want to bring a TV down here. Or a radio. Well, I prefer the TV. You can watch some of the skill stuff. I don't think this house has a TV, though. It does not. Did we have a TV back at Mum and Dad's? I cannot remember. The Moonies, they had everything but a TV. But there is another house just over here that we can go check out. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed little time lapse of organization. Back to combat and stress. I did not see that second one. No, come on. I'm not having my run end. What? I didn't see the second one. All right, look. I've had a few attempts at this challenge, and I am very, very determined to do it. So, I thank you all for watching the story of Danny Mcdonough, and I'll see you next time for the story of... well, who knows? See you next time.